$1 million with flips. That's my number for 2025. So, Matt, what is that $1 million number for you?
My $1 million number is $500,000.
500,000. So, guys, listen, a lot of times people get caught up. They're like, oh my God, Andrew's trying to make $1 million. That's not realistic. It doesn't matter, right? For Matt, for his business, he's a contractor. Why is it $500,000 for you?
Me, it's just $500,000 because it's going to be able to allow me to hire more people for my construction crew and just create systems and build out that side of the business.
Okay, so sometimes people are like, well, how come it's not $1 million?
It's just, you build up to it. So $500,000 for now is my $1 million number. And then next year, we're going to do double that. So then we'll be $1 million, will be $1 million.
So it's like you've been growing your business for the last 2, 3, 4 years.
Yes,
right?
correct.
So what's your background?
My background, I spent 3 years in law enforcement before I moved to construction. And once I moved to construction, I went into real estate. And now this is where I am today.
Okay, how many rentals do you already have now?
Right now, I have 13 properties, 19 doors.
19 doors, 13 properties. And so you came to Mastery how long ago?
I came to Mastery 4 years ago.
4 years, right? Before that, you didn't have any rentals?
No rentals.
Okay, so we know that flips build cash.
Yes.
And rentals build cash flow. And we're all after more and more and more rentals. But the 2025 market has changed.
Yep.
Right? So explain why we're all as a group doing a lot more flips this year.
Because now the numbers just don't make sense. With the rise in property taxes and the interest rates, the numbers just don't work anymore. So the cash flow you were chasing last year, 2 years ago, you're not going to get that anymore. So now the numbers just make more sense to flip since it's a buyer's market.
Okay, so you're going to do a lot more flips, make a lot of cash, accumulate that cash, and then buy the choice rentals so that you can still kind of keep building your portfolio. Is that the thought process?
Yep,
okay.
That's exactly true.
So for me, when I looked at my numbers, man, it was like about 65 to 72 net profit per property. I mean, that's the goal for me. So I need to do about 14 to somewhere around 15, 16 properties, right? This year close to make $1 million.
Yep.
You figured out what your number is for you?
Our number right now is average at about 40 to 45,000 per flip, and then it's going to be 12 to 13 properties.
Okay. So now that same question again, which is somebody will look at it and go, well, how come Andrew's number is this? How come Matt's number is something different? Does that have to do with location? What does that have to do with?
It's going to deal with a lot with location.
Okay.
And then just how you get the properties.
And guys, the reason why we're reporting this is that the question is, what is that $1 million number for you, right? Doesn't matter what that number is. If you're starting out today, right? It may be, oh my God, I have a regular job. I make $80,000, $100,000 doing whatever I do. And then on top of that, I'm going to do 2 flips, 3 flips.
Yeah.
Because a couple of flips will make you about a good $80,000,
exactly,
right? Reasonably.
Exactly.
3 flips will make you about 120 to 140. And you have to figure out what's that number for you, not what my number is or what Matt's number is, because all of us started somewhere. Right?
Exactly.
I used to be happy making $20,000 a flip. I was like, oh my God, I'm a genius, right? But this journey starts out. And this year, you're going to meet lots of people, right? Real people doing real deals. So this is one of your properties.
It is.
So let's kind of go inside and we'll go through kind of what your numbers look like.
Okay.
Anything you did on the outside?
On the outside, we just did the landscaping, did the new windows, new door, new garage door, and then everything else is on the inside.
All right, guys, let's go inside. So, man, this is kind of pretty much a template for you.
Yes.
Right? So let's kind of start with windows, man. These are large, huge windows.
Yes.
Right? And this is something that a lot of times people look at, oh my God, I call Pella, it's going to be so expensive, right? So
exactly.
What does something like this cost you guys?
Like just the windows here in this room, probably with labor, material, everything, $1,500.
$1,500, guys, you heard that, right? And this is not magic. This is wholesale versus retail, right? As a construction guy, as somebody who's a contractor, if he can't do this at a good price, and these are prices, mind you, you can do. This is not a secret, but that's what you have to learn. Did you do all the windows?
Yes, we changed all the windows in the property.
So what did that cost you?
$6,800, labor and material.
All labor?
The whole house, $6,800. Yep.
Okay, it's a done deal. So can you point out some of the standardized things that you do in pretty much most of these houses?
Yeah, so most of the flips that we do, we'll do trim. We'll do the 5 1/4 trim that we get actually from Home Depot, and they actually price match trim from all the other stores. We do recessed lighting throughout, so we'll do it in the dining room, living room.
He said something important, guys, which is they will go, you don't have to go hunt 50 places. One time you do your kind of pricing figure out where the good prices are, then go to a big box store like Home Depot, where on top of that you get another 11%.
Yes.
Right, using the code we all use.
Exactly.
Right, and then you show them kind of an invoice, and they're like, "Hey, will you price match it?" So now you don't have to go to 50 places chasing 50 different items.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
And you buy it at one place.
Just one place. They deliver it. They do everything. That's why get to know your pro desk.
Right. And it's a standardized thing because you can always go. You can go like in the Chicago market, you can go to Menards, you can go certain places and buy it cheaper. But what is it costing you in terms of time?
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
Okay. So what else? You said baseboard?
Yeah, so we'll do baseboard, we'll do the vinyl plank flooring.
Okay.
We'll paint the walls, recessed lighting.
Same color for vinyl plank pretty much every time, same
Every
for
time.
the walls?
Yep, same wall color, same vinyl plank color, same hardwood color, everything's the same.
What color are you using on the walls?
The walls are City Loft.
Okay, City Loft. Okay. And this is a Behr paint or this
This is a Sherwin-Williams, but I use a Behr paint.
Okay, got it. And what about all the can lights?
All the can lights we do here too. So everything's recessed lighting in the living room.
Every
and
property?
Every property is just exactly the same as this one.
Okay, and you find that you get dollar per dollar kind of return on these things?
Exactly.
Okay, got it. All right. So moving on, let's kind of go into the kitchen. And so as we walk into the kitchen here, right?
Yeah.
This is something a lot of people spend a hell of a lot of money on, right? Let's spend 25, 30,000 bucks on a kitchen, like real quick.
Yep.
So these cabinets, where are these from?
These cabinets are from A-Line in Mokina.
Okay.
And they were bought for $2,400.
2,400?
Assembled, delivered right here.
Right here. Okay, got it. The whole set.
The whole set.
Okay, got it. And so your average cabinet package for a kitchen, right? It's going to be a little bit on and off. On a bigger kitchen, what is it going to run?
Bigger kitchen, $2,500. Smaller kitchen, $1,800.
1,800, right? So basically no more than 3,000 bucks.
Exactly.
Okay. The countertops?
Countertops are quartz.
They're quartz.
Yep.
What does that run?
These countertops were $1,700.
1,700, right? If you notice, guys, it's pretty much standardized pricing. If it's a little bit more, $100, $200 more. If it's a little less, it's going to be maybe 100, 150 bucks less.
Exactly.
It's very standardized. Your
sink comes with it.
Sink comes with it, so you don't have to buy it.
Nothing.
As far as fixtures and everything, this is standardized?
Standardized fixtures.
Okay, standardized fixtures, so nothing very kind of anything else specifically you're doing. What about the doors? What about the rest of the stuff? Because I noticed 6-panel versus 2-panel.
Yeah, so 6-panel doors we started putting in, but now since the market is changing, we are going to do 2-panel doors on all the flips.
Okay, got it. And price-wise?
Price-wise, maybe $10 difference.
$10 difference. Okay, got it. It just gives it the nicer look.
Exactly, more modern.
What about paint colors in terms of the doors? I noticed here you have white.
Yep.
But in some properties you said you're doing a different paint color.
Yeah, so depending on the value of the property, so any property that's going to be over that $350,000 mark, we're going to start painting the interior doors black.
Interior doors. Okay, got it. But still with white trim.
Still with white trim.
Okay, got it. So this is just kind of subtle changes that you don't have to go. A lot of times people think I have to overspend on a property, I have to over improve. No, it's small, subtle things that make a difference. And again, hardware wise, you've gone back to kind of the black and gold look.
Black and gold, yep.
Okay, that's kind of the thing to do now.
Yes.
Okay, got it. So besides that, what about the bedrooms? Anything standardized in the bedrooms for you?
Yeah, so bedrooms, especially for a flip, I do ceiling fans.
Okay. Why?
For ceiling fans is just more appealing to the buyers.
Okay. Plus, it's light. Like if people are walking in,
exactly,
right, in the evening showings, that kind of thing, and it's a little bit aesthetically more appealing.
Exactly.
Right. But these are not expensive ceiling fans.
No,
right?
$60.
$60 ceiling fans. So just basic things, nothing fancy. When are you finishing basements?
Basements, I normally don't finish basements anymore unless it's in a higher end area. So it's in an A area and it requires a basement finish to hit that ARV.
Okay, so let's kind of talk about the numbers here.
Yeah.
Right? What did you buy this property for?
This property was purchased for $130.
And we're in Glenwood.
Yep.
Right? So right off the bat, right, you have a kind of a split level, tri-level type of house. The back end should be close to what?
This one's about 270.
270, okay. So 130 purchase.
Yes.
As far as the rehab wise, how much?
Rehab all in 70,000.
70,000. So 130 plus 70, you're in it for basically 200.
200, yep.
Plus you have some carrying costs, cost of money, and you have selling costs.
Yep.
So about 15 cost of carrying costs, another 15 or so probably selling costs, maybe a little bit less. So you're somewhere around about 220, 230.
Exactly.
Right? And so here, from your end, what would you be happy with as far as the net profit?
For here in this one, about 40, 45,000.
About 40, 45.
Yep.
You think you're going to hit that?
Yes.
Okay, got it. Because I think you can probably push a little bit higher than 270.
You could. We're going to try because we're going to stage this home too.
Okay.
So we're going to try to hit that higher, especially in the summer market.
Sure.
So we'll see what happens. We'll try it out for 7 days. If it doesn't work, then we'll take it off the market and put it back to where we want it.
Yeah, because I think you could probably push it about 290, 285 at least.
All right.
Hopefully,
Right.
Because I mean, it's a little bit a while back, but I sold a property that we never thought we would get more than like 300 was pushing it. We priced it 330, and we sold it for 330.
No,
right?
yeah.
So I think, but it's kind of one of those things, and this type of property would be a great property for a rental.
Yeah.
Why not rent it?
The taxes are too high. The numbers just won't work.
Okay, got it.
Cash flow will be too small.
Okay, got it. So, and that's the biggest thing that, remember guys, flips build cash and rentals build cash flow. And the biggest thing you have to look at is not every property is going to work for a rental. Like this would be a great property for a rental, but guess what happens with the higher interest rates right now and with taxes as they've gone up, right? An ideal property like this, unfortunately, you have to flip it, but you're still going to make some decent money.
Exactly.
Right? So having said that, our numbers may be different, but our goal remains the same. So make sure you follow, make sure you like. We're with Matt Nozel from Mastery. Talk to you guys soon.